Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about 5 lesson ideas for spring. If this is the first time ever clicking on any of my videos, thank you so much for being here. My name is Jessie. I'm an elementary music teacher, and on this channel you're going to find play-along videos, lesson ideas, and really anything that has to do with teaching elementary music. There are so many wonderful spring songs. So a lot of this is going to be folk song based, which is shocker. I am actually not the biggest fan of folk songs. I think that I am maybe a little alone in this, in the elementary music teacher world, but I am going to be sharing some because there are some wonderful spring folk songs and singing games that you can do in your classroom. So the first one is Paw Paw Patch. So Paw Paw Patch is a cute little song. It has 3 verses, and it is about a pawpaw, which I did not know pawpaw is like a fruit. I guess it's like you can find it in Indiana, and it looks like a cross between a banana and a papaya kind of. It has really big seeds in it. And I think you're not really supposed to actually eat them. I think they're poisonous. But so for this Paw Paw Patch, there is a little folk dance that you can do with it. But what I like to do is have these students sing through the 3 verses because it is a bit of a longer folk song. So what I will do is I will split the class into half, and I will say, okay, half of you are going to go hide the pawpaw, which is a beanbag. So each of them get a beanbag. The other half are going to close their eyes. And so then the other half, let's say it's 15 students, they go and they, maybe COVID land, maybe not 15, let's say 10. 10 kids are going to go and they're going to hide their pawpaw, their beanbag somewhere in the room. The other half's closing their eyes. Then when they come back, I give them usually like a 10-second countdown. They all hide theirs. I say, okay, the other group, you can open your eyes. As soon as we start singing, you have through the entire song to try and find one beanbag, one pawpaw. So if you find it, great. Awesome. You're going to find just one, and as soon as you find one, you're going to come back and sit down, and we're going to see if we can find all of them. So it's kind of like a team versus team, rather just individual. So that kind of helps because I think sometimes when it's just individual, win or lose, it's a little bit harder for kids, but if it's more of a team aspect. So that team is going to go and try and find one beanbag. As soon as they find one, they come and sit down. So hopefully all 10 kids that are going to look for a pawpaw or a beanbag are going to find one at some point. I also tell the other team, okay, watch the kids, because I want, if we do not find yours, I need you to go and show us where it is after. So watch and make sure to see if they find yours. So we sing the song, the other kids are looking through the room trying to find their pawpaw. They come back when they have found one, and at the end, either yay, they found all of them, or they didn't, and that's okay. And then we have the few kids that we didn't find their pawpaw reveal to us where they hid it, and they have a lot of fun with that. My second idea for you guys is an oldie but a goodie. I have talked about this in blog posts. I think I've talked on my Instagram before. I may have even included it in a YouTube video, but it is the Bunny Dalcroze lesson. It is on YouTube. I will link below. So all of my videos I'm trying to accompany for the most part with a blog post. So the links and all the videos will be embedded in that blog post. It'll be linked down below for you guys. But essentially, so Dalcroze is kind of learning music through movement, and a lot of piano playing. So this teacher is playing a piano, she's telling the story about a bunny, and then the kids are reacting and practicing a lot of kindergarten music opposites, like high and low, loud and quiet, or loud and soft. And so it's a really good way to kind of towards the end of the year, because hopefully your kindergartners have been learning those opposites fast and slow. And so it's a good way to kind of combine it all into one lesson and practice. So essentially, the bunny story that I've adapted from it is this. So I'll have them lay down on their dot, and I'll say, once upon a time, there lived some bunnies in their bed. And while I'm doing that, I'm playing a C major chord with the pedal down and at the bottom of the piano. And then I'm just kind of improvising, just playing the right hand up higher. I say, once upon a time, there were some bunnies sleeping in their bed, when all of a sudden their alarm clock went off, and I just do a big, low two-hand C major. And they jump up, and you know what? They put on their bunny pants, and so I'll play what is that, ascending? Yeah, it's like C, D, E, F, G, as they're putting their pants on. I put on their hat, then I would do G, C, G, F, EDC, which I am not a piano player at all. So I had to adapt this lesson because I saw it and it's great, but it's amazing. But it was the music teacher obviously played piano very well. I do not. So everything is going to be C major, very simple based. So you're just putting on, they put on their shirt, you descend down the scale. They put on their, I don't know, boots, ascend the scale. So it's going back and forth depending on what they're putting the motion of up or down or up. Then after that, you improvise a little bit. I say they hop down the door or hopped out the door, and I play C, G, C, G, C, G, C, G. And I just play like the C chord in the right hand and then just C and G, the low and the bass. So they're hopping around and I say, oh my goodness, and they stop. And I press that C major. And I'll say, okay, they looked around and they looked down. Descend, G, F, E, D, C. They look down. I say, oh my goodness, I saw something green and bushy. They pulled on it. And I just play a trill, a low trill. And I get higher in the trills until finally they got it. And they caught what? And then they were like, a carrot. And so they eat the top of the carrot. I play a trill high up on the piano. They eat the lower part of the carrot. I play the lower portion trill on the piano, or maybe in the middle, and I play in the middle. And you'll see this in the video. After that, they hop around the forest again. I play that kind of boom chuck kind of sound. And then they stop and they see a puddle. They don't want to fall in the puddle, so they have to jump. And so they jump to the first stone and I'll play C, D. They jump to the second stone, D, E, to the third, E, F, and so on and so forth until finally they do fall into the puddle. There's a big one and I go like this. I go do the on the piano and they fall into the puddle and they have to, you know, get dry. So they get out of the puddle and they shake off their head, trill at the top. They shake off their bunny tail and they crack up the lower portion of the piano on the trill. And then the only other thing that I do when they stop again, they hop around the forest and I play a C minor chord, and that I say they sniff the air. And I play a trill, I think it's a B flat and an A flat. And then I say they smelled, and I'll play C, D, E flat, F, G, and I'll say the big, bad, stinky, old wolf, and I'll say, everyone hide. And so I will play that C, D, E flat, F, G as the wolf is walking around. And then I'll say, oh, but they were brave and they looked out. And I play again up higher on A flat and a B flat. Really slowly. They look to see if the wolf is gone. And then I'll play a big low C minor scale, and I'll say, no, the wolf was still there. Boom, bum, 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 bum. And then I'll say they looked again. I played that A flat, B flat up high. No, he's still there. They play a big and I scare them again. And then finally at the end, I play a C minor to a C major and I go, oh, he's gone. And they hop on home and they hop into their bed. And again, I play that sustained C major scale, and then I just improvise over on the top and they fall asleep. So that is my big long explanation. It will be all written out for you guys at the bottom, and you'll be able to kind of adapt it into what you can do on the piano. So coming from not a piano player at all, I play the double bass. You can make it work for you. You can do little things on the piano that make sense and make sense for your skill level. My third lesson idea for you guys is a folk dance called Limbo Rock. I believe Phyllis Weichert. Oh, that's going to, I'm sorry, other general music teachers. I should know that. I should know her name. But there is a YouTube video of her teaching it on YouTube. It sounds tropical. It reminds us of summer. It's very fun and it's pretty COVID friendly. There's really not any touching. They are in a circle, but I think you easily could adapt it into more of a line dance. So I think this would probably be for maybe 3rd, 4th grade, kind of your middle grades, I think would have a really good time with this. So number 4 is going to be a singing game called We Are Dancing in the Forest, which honestly could be more of a fall lesson idea, but I do like to bring it out in the spring too. So it's we are dancing in the forest while the wolf is far away. Who knows what will happen if he finds us at our play? And there's a few variations. You can pick the one that you like. But essentially, in most games that I've read, it's more of a game that you might play outside. You say, wolf, are you there after? So you have one kid that's a wolf and the other kids are dancing in the forest. You say, wolf, are you there? And they say either, yes, I am, and I'm coming to get you. Or they can say, no, I'm too busy brushing my hair. No, I'm too busy watching Netflix. No, I'm too busy eating macaroni and cheese. And so, and then once they say, yes, I am, they'll sing again. And once that person says, yes, I am, they go and chase the kids and tag them. And if they tag them, they're out and they sit down. I've tried to attempt that game. It kind of works. It's a little chaotic, but it does work, especially if you're outside. I would not recommend it inside. But another variation that you can do instead is have the kids freeze. So at the end, once the person says, yes, I'm here and I'm gonna come and get you, they freeze. And it's a classic game. If the wolf sees you move, they walk around, but they're the only ones that are allowed to walk around. All the other kids have to stay on their dot or their assigned spot. And if they see you move, then you're for lunch and you are out. Or I have been doing it with my kindergarten and first graders, and they just get a kick out of like the excuse of why the wolf is not there. So it could just be a fun little improv game where the kid says, no, I'm too busy, whatever. And it's found it very entertaining for my kindergarten and first graders just to come up with different reasons why they're not there. And so that can be really fun, and 3 different variations of the game. And finally, your last lesson idea is a song that's perfect probably for, again, kind of middle to upper elementary. This song is called I Love the Mountains. It's a great one to bring. It's so joyful to bring out during the springtime. And so it's really fun because you can do it in a round, or you also can do it with like an ostinato part to the boom diada 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 boom diada. I love the mountains, I love the rolling hills, I love the whatever it is, I forget the words right now. But anyways, I'll have all the lyrics, everything out for you guys in that blog post. But you can sing it in a round or add that ostinato part that I sang in the beginning, have half the class sing that while the other half sings the melody, and it's just a fun, joyful song. 5 lesson ideas for your spring. I hope that there was something in there that, or maybe a variation of something that you can use in your classroom this spring. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.